Okay, in the last mission, we just went through one of the most chaotic boss fights ever. Good riddance. Honestly, I don't want to play that again. But anyways, we're on to chapter 5. And ironically, the start of mission 5 is also one of the most chaotic fights in the game, in my opinion. If you don't count like mission 13, which is like a whole bunch of enemies galore, but that is not a V-only mission. You can choose Nero or Dante, which arguably has a much better toolkit to deal with like a gazillion of enemies. But for V, this corridor right here is actually arguably the most difficult fight in his campaign, in my opinion. Now, spoilers, but we're going to deal with a bunch of riots in this tight little corridor space, which is absolute nightmare, in my opinion. Now, in terms of for V, the only real like safe approach would be to use the camera exploits. But first of all, I should explain what that is. Even though I don't really like it, like hit a corner, turn the camera away to put every enemy out of sight. Which in this game, enemies out of sight cannot attack you, and then you just sort of spam Griffins like lightning. Now, if you do this really well, like turning the camera at just the right angle so that never will it show any enemies, in theory you will be safe throughout the entire fight automatically, but I don't really like that approach because it's not fun. So instead we're just going to take a little bit, like I'll turn the camera away for the first part, and then we'll sort of take a bet, hope for the best, and fight legit. Now, I'll also read my book here. I think that's a good strat. Now, this camera angle is not perfect. I think one of the riots will show his head sooner or later. So, yep, there it is. So now we'll just have to fight legit. Now, actually, let me jump over here for a second. A little bit safer that way. And, well, there's really not much to say now. But, the only thing we can really do at this point is like hope for the best, really. Just keep jumping around and let your familiars do the rest. Like, while Nightmare is on screen, things are relatively under control. Like, he has enough like firepower and like his stun to keep these riots at bay. But after he's gone, it's really like you either dodge like hell or you just hope for the best, really. Like, while Nightmare is on screen, a great advantage is that he keeps every other familiar invincible as well. Like, Griffin and Shadow right now is invincible. But after he's gone, well, these riots hit like a truck, and they just kill all of your familiars in one hit. Almost. So, I really don't know what else to really do, like, what good strats there are, besides, like, the little camera exploits that I do at the beginning, to get a bit more DT before starting the fight, but yeah. During the test runs and like practices that I did to prepare for this video, like I've tried that section like a dozen times over to try to figure out if there's like some kind of strategy or some kind of positioning that will help in like dodging or evading riot attacks, but no. I haven't been able to figure anything out other than to gain a little bit more DT at the start using the camera exploit. So yeah, I'm kind of out of options there. I'm not sure if that's like my stupidity. Maybe if like someone else had figured something better, but yeah, for me, no. So that's that. Anyways, now Gilgamesh above is causing chaos up down here, and you'll sometimes put his legs down like this. You can try to hit it. I don't think this actually does anything. Like, I'm not sure. Like, supposedly this mission is like kind of connected to the next one, like when Nero fights him, but I don't know. I've never figured out like what an effect it has like for destroying the legs in this mission. I've never figured it out, really. Anyways, now we're back to some more normal fights. After that craziness with the riots, seeing these like normal guys again, like Hell Kindness, it's such a smoothing sight. These are like the the combo buddies. Well, arguably, V doesn't do much combos, but still. These are nice guys. Nice guys. Oh, you give him that laser, huh? Gotta watch out for these berserkers, though. These guys are no joke. Well, at least, like, if there's only one, it's relatively under control, so that's fine. Hit them up a little bit. Soften them up. Remember to read my book. I'm actually, like, I'm getting better at, like, reading the book, remembering to do it. So, that's that. Oh, and there's a Judeka. Now, let's do what we said last time, and oh shit. Oops, wrong button. I forgot to not hold the button. Let's do the skill. Oh, god damn it. Well, if we can nail him down first for the first time, and then we can sort of stun him into a loop. But god damn it, stop your stupid teleporting shit. Oh, well, he didn't get knocked down. Oh, and that's a wrong move to knock him down with. Come on. God damn it. Come on. Oh. Okay. It's okay. We can. Oh. We can do this. Come on. I know. And yep, he does not teleport away because Skewer has this magical property for some odd reason to not cause Judekas to teleport. So that's that. Nice. Well, that was relatively easy. Well, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I think the Riot Fight at the start of this mission is like one of the hardest fights for V, really. Like, Riot is just like their hit stuns, especially in DMD, is so high, and for V without any like good skills to deal with it, it's just like it's nightmare. Oh, by the way, in this part, there's actually a secret mission right behind this wall. For those that don't know, you just have to summon Nightmare here. So, if you didn't know that, now you do. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, V just seems like he lacks like a really competent skill or some kind of like tech to handle riots. Especially like on DMD, like it just feels lacking. Like, but I'm sure like a lot of people have like a similar opinion. But V's skill set is just feels kind of lacking in comparison. Like on lower difficulties, he has like insane damage because like Nightmare is like a powerhouse. But on higher difficulties, like it's just kind of, I don't know, like it's not like I hate V's gameplay. Like I still think it's fun. Like look at this, like the chaos on screen is really like fun to me, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to like make happen, but it just lacks that kind of like, well, it's different. I shouldn't really say lack. Like his gameplay is like really different in terms of like it doesn't use the same kind of skill set. It doesn't require you the same kind of skill set compared to like making long combos, like chaining together combos. V doesn't really do that, but you still need some kind of like a sense of like timing. I'm not sure if I can like describe this very well, but like if you want to chain together attacks from like different familiars, like if, for example, if you want to hit the Shadow Skewer after like a Nightmare Laser or maybe a Bird Stinger, before or after, like you need to have a certain knowledge on the timing of these attacks. Like otherwise, sometimes like for example, if Nightmare's lasers would launch the enemies, like weaker enemies, if you try to do a skewer at the wrong time, you will probably miss, which is bad. So like, in that sense, there's a certain amount of like skill and knowledge still like required for playing V, especially if you want to like get through things like relatively quick. Like honestly, like you can just you could just like spam your dodge and just do bird attacks and be fine, sure. In fact, that's what I did in my first like DMD playthrough. But yeah, it's not really like it gets boring after a while, like really boring, and it drags on like crazy. And the worst thing about it is that that kind of logic, that kind of mindset doesn't work on like Bloody Palace. Like my first time running like V's Bloody Palace, instead of like being killed, I was like running out of time actually. I think actually I got to like Virgil, like the last level of Bloody Palace as V, but and then I ran out of time. I think I just I dodged like crazy for like 15 minutes straight and then ran out of time, which was like ridiculous. But yeah, that was the point. I figured out that like just being on the defensive like isn't really what you're supposed to do as V. So anyways, I'm off topic. Here is a red Empusa Queen. It's not that hard, I mean, especially when she's alone, like this. Now, let's see. If Nightmare can do his little laser attack, things will go much faster, but I guess not. I guess he's not doing it. And I'm not too keen on actually piloting Nightmare. In most cases, I don't really do that. Because, well, if you didn't notice, if you don't know, if you get on Nightmare and control him, your DT bar becomes like a health bar of sorts. Like if enemies attack Nightmare, usually when you're not on him, the attacks like he's invincible. The attacks doesn't count at all. But if you're piloting Nightmare, those attacks instead like depletes your current DT bar. So, which means like if you get hit during like piloting Nightmare, oh shit. You like his lifespan will decrease drastically basically. Oh shit. Okay, this is bad. Just gonna play safe a little bit. Oh, she's going to drink. Right, that's a bit of time. Still not done. But like, yeah, it's instance like this. Like, for example, like in here when you don't have Nightmare for like a couple of seconds, things feel really slow. Like Riven and Shadow just don't have the firepower needed to handle like enemies, especially when enemies are in DT. So yeah, on DMD things are like really slow if you mismanage your DT and don't have Nightmare. And for me especially, because like I was much more of a like defensive player style, like I keep dodging. So for quite a while I just didn't really read my bow that often, if at all. Claw? Oh, well, guess not. I don't know how I missed that barrel, but I did. And that's the end of that. But for real though, I actually don't know like whether breaking those legs do anything. Like this mission is weirdly connected to like the next one where Nero fights the Gilgamesh up there, but I've never figured out whether like hitting those legs in this mission actually matter or not. I've never really figured that out. Oh well. And that was a mistake. I thought I would break that barrel fast enough, but no. I hit my enemies with it. Oops. Oh well. That's okay. This mission isn't like particularly straight on the mission score, so we'll be just fine. We will be a-okay. Well, I actually don't have anything to talk about right now. Head is kind of empty. I don't think there's really that much to share. Anyways, like I don't have much to say about V, other than my little ramble about like DT management. My little rambling about like DT stuff and just overall lack of damage. Oh, I will say though, like these finisher animations are really cool. I like them a lot. Oh, it's a interesting alternative take on like Nero's Buster concept. I think that's essentially what it is. Like like having long animations to finish an enemy is basically an alternative take on like Nero's Buster. I'll stand on. There we go. Can I play the music on here? Oh, ow. I was hoping that Shadow would stay as a Pike long enough to play the music, but I guess not. Oh well. Anyways, I think we should summon Nightmare. Because there is simply, like, once again, there's not enough DPS for Shadow and Griffin to handle these guys. Like, these, like, nobodies. And other example, yet again, of... But wait, oh, god damn it. I knocked him away. Like, once again, this is also yet another example of what I was trying to talk about. If you mistime your attacks with one of your familiars, you may mess up another, like, big attack and just look like shit. So yeah, in this sense, like, sort of, like, coordinating your attacks, V's gameplay also has, like, this weird skill requirement. Like, the skill to coordinate your timing for attacks. But anyways, we threw off that. That's good. We're almost done. I think what comes next is the boss fight, but if you go through this corridor, you will trigger some riots. Which, as V, I would highly recommend you to just avoid all of them. Just don't even fight them. If you don't want to hurt yourself. Me, I just jump away. In fact, I don't even trigger those enemies by not walking through into that side of the sewers. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that it will happen if you walk over there. Yeah, my advice is not to fight them at all. So that's that. Anyways, now we reach the boss fight. Now against Cavalier Angelo, V actually requires quite a bit of. Once again, it requires a weird set of skills of coordinating attacks and striking at the right moments. Otherwise, you'll like waste a lot of time, like trying to hit horse and like not work. In general, I would advise you to like dodge attacks mostly, just like safety first. When the horse stops like this, then you go in for some attacks. Sometimes Nightmare will miss. That's unfortunate, but can't really do much about that. Oh.
Now let's go. The power to control time. That's quite a horse.
Oh, oh, that's super slow skill. Huh. That was funny. Oh, that's not good. Also, in this scenario, I figured that a lot of times it's actually good to like go right into Cavalier's like attacks, if only to just like dodge them and earn some style and DT. I'm not sure if I can explain this very well during the fight, but like essentially V requires a lot of DT, and during boss fights especially, you don't really have much time to like read the book. But in situations like this, you can instead try to jump right into Cavalier's like range attacks like this, like AoE attacks, and in dodging them with your iframes that you got from your super side dodge, you actually get quite a bit of DT and style. Oh, careful about that. Also, these time bubbles actually aren't really much of a threat for V if you just stay in the side dash. Once again, because the entire side dash has like iframes. So if you already started a side dash, when Cavalier tries to slow you, you are just completely invincible throughout the slow. Because the slow also like slows your dodge, and that like just drags on your iframes even longer. So it's weirdly beneficial to you actually. Like these attacks will never hit you if you just do this. Ouch! And I said I spoke too soon. I was trying to speak and I screwed up, just like last mission. So that's unfortunate, but anyways, we're not here for the no damage bonus, so that's whatever. Anyways, check this out. As I said, if you just keep on dodging like this, his stuff will never actually hit you if you don't waste your time like speaking like me. But just like what happened just now, as you can see, because I summoned Nightmare at the wrong timing, Nightmare couldn't really hit Cavalier on his entry drop. So there's that. There's one other thing that I really would advise to sort of learn the timing to summon Nightmare. Because, well, his entry attack does quite a bit of damage. And if you can hit all of those, it will speed things up quite a bit. Like, this fight isn't particularly, like, dangerous if you learn to, like, well, spam your dash like this, but it will get very slow, all things considered, if you don't land your attacks in a timely fashion. So, that's that. Oh, and it's trying to jump away. There we go. That's okay. There we go. Oh. I think it has already ended DT, actually. Not that it really matters, though. Well, I mean, because every attack that Cavalier Angelo can do, I can just side that, like, spam the side dodge and get out of it, so doesn't really matter. And I don't think he gains any like extra moves or like much like pattern difference from DT. There we go. Oh, but I think there's one major difference. That like Lightning Bolt attack just now, I think in DT he will do like, he'll shoot out 2 at the same time, or like 3 actually. He can like target every familiar on the screen, and that will usually like destroy Griffin. But as long as you keep dodging, it's fine. Like, and that too, that will also destroy Griffin. But anyways, as long as you have like Shadow to side dodge and protect V, you'll be relatively fine. I mean, it's not like you can't revive your familiars with Nightmare, so as long as V is good, everything will be fine. And can I hit? There we go. Nice one. Come on, come on. What do you want to do? Oh, just want to do that again. Oh. Ooh, that was close. Ow. Well, once again, that is my bad. I missed the timing. As a general rule, I think you shouldn't really try to aim for the entry attack when like Cavalier Angelo is doing his like time bubble abilities. In those time bubble abilities, he will usually teleport quite a bit more frequently. So there's that. Anyways, he is almost done. Just a couple more hits. I think we don't even need to summon Nightmare again. I think Griffin and Shadow would do the job just fine. One more burst stinger should do it. Come on. Oh, God damn it, Griffin. But there we go. Got it. Well, overall that went well. Especially the Riot Fight. I was surprised that I didn't get hit in the Riot Fight. And equally surprised that I got chipped by this guy, but that was kind of my fault. But, nah. It's alright. And once again, way above the line for S ranks, so there you go. And that marks, well, most of these missions S ranked. I think for the missions that you can choose, I'll probably just choose Nero or Dante. So you're not going to see much of V in the rest of the mission, besides mission 14. So there's that. Anyways, really not much to say about this mission either. But if you find it like entertaining or helpful in any way, good for you. Anyways, I guess I'll see you in the next one.